I'm N.K. Thukral from Edupedia World. Student, today I will talk on nature of management. Nature of management means management, whether it is a science or an art, or science and art both, or management as a profession. Before we discuss on each, let me tell you that management is an activity. Rather, I will say that management is a purposeful activity. Management is concerned with the efforts of a group. That's very clear. Management applies economic principles. Management involves decision making. Management is work done through others. Management is an integrating process. And management coordinates all activities and resources. This is what the nature of management is. Now, after knowing the activities of management, few people says management as a science. Few people categorize management as an art, and few people says management is just a profession. The controversy with regard to nature of management, whether it is a science or an art or a profession, is put to debate quite frequently. In order to determine nature of management, we must compare its meaning and features with meaning and features of science, art and profession. Now let's examine one by one. First of all, let us take as a management as a science. So why we say management is a science? Let's see what's the definition of science. A systematic body of knowledge acquired through observation and experimentation that explains general truths or the operation of general laws. This is the definition of science. And now what are the features of science, and let us see how we can examine that management is a science. Number one feature is systematic body of knowledge. What is this? Science is a systematic body of knowledge, that's very clear, whose principles are based on a cause and effect relationship. Always analysis is done in science. That's why we say cause is there, effect, relationship is there. So principles, it is based on the principles which are based on cause and effect relationship. Management satisfies this feature as it also has a systematized body of knowledge built up by management practitioners over a considerable period of time. So features are included in management, that means it's a systematic body of knowledge and it is built by the management practitioners. Next principle of science you can see in the definition is observation and experimentation. So the principles observation and experimentation. You must be aware that science principles are first developed through observation and then tested through repeated experimentation under controlled conditions. This feature of science is not 100% applicable in management. I mean to say, this feature is not 100% applicable in case of management processes. Although management principles evolved over a period of time based on repeated experimentation and observation in different types of organizations, but management deals with human beings and their behavior cannot be accurately predicted. So management can be called as an inexact science, not exact science, rather inexact science. Next feature of science is universal validity. It is a principle of science is universal validity. Scientific principles have universal validity and can be applied in all situations and at all times. This feature of science is also not 100% applicable in management. Management principles are not as exact as the principles of science. Their application and use is not universal. They have to be modified according to the given situation and they have to be applied differently at different type of organization. So the principles are not 100% applicable as in case of science. I would like to tell you students that a writer F.W. Taylor was the first person who considered management as a science. He said science is divided into two parts, physical science and social science. Management is a social science because it deals with human beings. So he said it is a science. But how to now conclude whether management is a science or not? We can say that on comparing the features of science with management, we can conclude that management cannot be considered as exact or accurate science like physics or chemistry, but we can call it an inexact science or social science, or you can say soft science. Now students, let's go ahead. After considering management as a science or not, let's see whether management is an art or not. Let's see the features. First of all, definition of art. What is art? As you can see in the slide, skillful and personal application of systematic knowledge to bring desired results. So what we can say, art refers to skillful and personal application of systematic knowledge to bring desired results. It can be acquired through study, observation and experience. Now let's see what are the features. Number one is existence of theoretical knowledge. So feature of art versus management, we are here considering number one feature, existence of theoretical knowledge. Art is based on existence of some theoretical knowledge of concepts and principles. Let's take an example. Literature on dancing, public speaking or acting is widely available. This feature of art is present in management as it also involves use of theoretical knowledge like principles and techniques. There is a lot of literature available in various areas of management like marketing, finance and human resources. So we can say that it matches with the art. Another feature, we can say that personalized application. Now what's that? This is a feature of an art. Art is a personalized concept as everyone applies the theoretical knowledge in his own way. For example, two dancers, two actors or two writers will always differ in demonstrating their art. So this feature of art is also present in management as every manager has his own unique way of managing things and people. Although all managers learn same management principles, theories, etc. But they differ how to get the things done in a different organization and at different situations. So a good manager works through a combination of practice, creativity, imagination, initiative and innovation. So this feature of art also matches with the features of management. Now let's see what's the third one. Another one, practice and creativity. Application of art needs regular practice to do things creatively and skillfully. Art can be improved through constant practice. So this feature of art is also applicable in case of management. Managers also improve their managerial skills and efficiency with regular application of management principles and based on their experiences. But here one thing I would like to tell you that management lacks perfection as found in case of arts. A musician can repeat his composition. An artist can draw the same painting again, but a manager may not be able to repeat the same principle because of changes and change in circumstances. So let's conclude whether management is an art or not. We can say that management is definitely can be treated as an art. Management is treated as an art, science profession because it has same characteristics of an art as in case of art. So art is a personal skill. It is created by nature. It does not possess by all. Art is bringing about desired results and with the help of skills. So management is one of the most creative arts. It requires a lot of knowledge. Management is an art because it includes use of skill. It involves use of theoretical know-how. It is directed towards getting results and it is personalized. So it can be concluded that management is an art as it satisfies all its characteristics. It is rightly said that management is the art of getting work done through people. Now we can say that management is an art or profession, or somebody asks that whether management is an art or a profession. As we have seen or we have discussed the management features of management, features of science, features of art, and we have examined science versus management and art versus management. Now can we say that it is a science or an art solely? Management has, but we can say that management has elements of both science and art. Management is a science. Why? Because it has systematic body of knowledge which can be used to train the prospective and present managers. and management is an art because it deals with application of personal skills which can be improved through constant practice. Science provides the knowledge and art deals with the application of knowledge. One cannot become an efficient manager simply with knowledge of principles. He must evolve creative results through practice, knowledge and skills. So we can say that management is both science and an art. Now students, let's go ahead. Now next category we can discuss on whether management as a profession or not. Let's see the definition of profession here. You can see in the slide that an occupation backed by specialized knowledge and training in which entry is restricted. So I can repeat it that profession refers to an occupation backed by specialized knowledge and training in which entry is restricted. So as a profession, the professional is backed up by specialized knowledge and he has extensive training. So this is what profession is. Now let's see what are the features of profession and compared with versus management. Number one feature is well-defined body of knowledge. Every profession has a well-defined body of knowledge which can be acquired through instructions. This feature of profession is present in management also, as it also consists of systematic knowledge of concepts, theories and principles. This knowledge can be acquired at different institutions and through large of books and journals. So that's why we can say that this feature is available in management also. Next feature of profession is restricted entry. Every profession restricts the entry through an examination or through acquiring an educational degree. Let's take an example. To become a chartered accountant, a candidate has to clear a specified examination conducted by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. This feature is not applicable to management, as management is open to all individuals who want to learn skills of management. There is no restriction on any person being designated or appointed as manager. Anyone can be called a manager irrespective of the educational qualification possessed. So here is the difference. Another feature is professional association. All professions are affiliated to professional association which regulates entry, grants certificate of practice and formulates enforcement of code of conduct. For example, a lawyer has to become a member of Bar Council to practice law in India. This feature is also not applicable to management, as it is not compulsory for a manager to be a member of any management association. Although there are management associations, but they do not enjoy legal status and membership of such association. So this feature is also not available in case of management. Another feature is ethical code of conduct. Let's examine versus management. All professions are bound by a code of conduct which guides the behavior of its members. For example, doctors take the oath of ethical practice at the time they enter the profession. But this feature is also not present in management, as there is no uniform code of conduct for the managers. Let's see what's the next one. The next one is service motive. The basic motive of a profession is to serve clients by rendering dedicated and committed service. Let's take an example of a lawyer. He has to ensure that his client gets justice. Let's see if this feature is available or not. This feature is not 100% applicable in case of management, as the basic aim of management is to help the organization achieve its stated goal. This may be profit maximization for a business enterprise and a service for a hospital. So these are the features and we have examined versus management. So students, how we can conclude whether we can say management is a profession or not? It can be concluded that management does not possess all the necessary features of the profession, but it is moving fast in the direction of becoming a profession, as professionals enjoy higher status in every society. So there has been a growing trend towards professionalization of management, as managers also want to earn social status and recognition. So 100% is not as a profession, but it's going towards that. So students, we have discussed the management versus science, or management versus art, or management versus profession. So let's again, I can repeat it that and conclude that whether management is a science or not, we can say that it is an inexact science or social science or soft science. And in case of art, we can say that, or we can conclude that management is an art as it satisfies all its characteristics, and we can say management is the art of getting work done through people, so it is an art. And whether both science and art, we can say yes, because it has a feature of science also and a features of art also. And finally, in case of profession, what we can say that management is not 100% applicable, or we can compare it versus science, but it's growing towards professionalization of management, as management also wants to earn social status and recognition. So this is what we can say management as a profession. So students, let's go ahead and let's see level of management. Let us discuss, or let us examine few features of levels of management. As you can see in the slide, there are three levels of management: top level, middle level, and operational level. Now students, let me tell you briefly what is top level, what is middle level management, and what is operational level management. As you can see in the slide, top level management includes board of directors, chairman, presidents. So board of directors, chairman, chief executive officer or chief operating officer, or you can say chief financial officer, president, vice president, general managers, and other senior executives, all are treated as a top level management. And whereas in case of middle level management consists of divisional or departmental heads, purchase manager, production manager, finance manager, marketing manager, personnel manager, and other executive officers attached to different departments like operations manager, plant superintendent, etc., etc. So these are all come under the category of middle level management. What is operational level management? Operational level management consists of supervisors, foremen, superintendent, section officer, and other members directly concerned with control of operative employees. So these are all the employees are treated as a operational level management. So we have discussed briefly. In the next session we will discuss in detail that what are the functions of top level management, middle level management, and operational level management. So students, let's wind up today for the day, and thank you. Bye bye.